most of the people tend to look at Buddhism in terms of knowledge and information and very high level of learning. What is required is, and very important fact is that the Buddha was an acharya, a teacher. Nobody knows how he taught, because they are only looking at the high things and very advanced things. He was a very successful acharya. Now, education system in the whole world is not successful because more people are learned, more opportunities to learn, but you have a very rotten society, more problems, no fighting, more quarrels, more kinds of rape and all kinds of things. So we have to teach people how to learn. And Buddha taught Pariyati, Patipatti, Pativeda, which in Indian Vidyalaya is very ancient. Not knowledge, but being what you know. So the books I've written is trying to encourage children, parents and society to be what they know. So from knowledge to being what you know, those kind of books. And even in learning, I want to encourage teaching of English, because once they know English, they can develop. And the ideas are Buddhist ideas. So for example, I don't teach A for apple, B for boy, C for cat. I teach C for caring. How do you care for your mother? How do you care for the father? How do you care for yourself? So from small children, know the action learning. They become what they are learning. That is important. Knowing is one thing, but being is another thing. So those kind of books. Then also I teach about how to be a good parent in terms of bringing up children. How to develop your child in the mother's womb. How to respect motherhood. Sacredness of motherhood. Our Indian society, we always say Mata Pita. We never say father and mother. In English you say my father and mother went out. But in Indian languages you say my mother and father. And that is important. The European countries do not know this history. And we ourselves in Telangana and other parts of India do not know this. It means that the mother is more important. We do Mata Pita Vandana every night as a Buddhist. It has already died. Nobody is doing it now. As a Buddhist, you have to pray to your parents. The parents' feet is where Nirvana is, where God is, or whatever you think of. If you do not know how to take care of your parents, you're not even a human being. Even animals know how to take care of their children, and animals take care of their own people. But human beings, today's society, they all do not know this. So I want to promote this. And the mind, mahana or mano, begins in the mother's womb. Whatever you think, whatever you speak, and whatever you do, who decides? Your mano, your mahana, your mind. Now who is looking at the mind? Nobody is looking at the mind. Whole of the school education, right up from primary, right up to the university, they are doing something else, cognitive, learning, knowledge. You go to the exam halls, right? But one period, even not on the mind. And this is the most important. No point talking about all these social ills and social crimes if you don't develop a mental culture. We call it bhavana. Mental culture where the mind is holistic. The mind is pure. If you have a pure mind, there is no need for you to be doing all kinds of things to the ecology. There is no problem of climate change. These things we have now to take to the United Nations and to the whole world. We won't have crime. We won't have rape, because we respect our mother. We respect our sister. We won't have children who are girls who are just killed in the mother's womb because they are not men or boys. I visited a lot of these Buddhavanam sites and all those things, and you need a lot of support from the government and also internationally to people to come and help to develop this place, because they are all in ruins and also in remote places where there you have to do the roads and infrastructure development must be there. It requires a lot of funds, resources, people and support of the people, experts. So hopefully once we publicize all these things, we will get some assistance from overseas. We'll have conference of archaeologists and local archaeologists and help to develop these places. But more important, we are not only just going to develop these monuments, but we are going to create a living example of the Dhamma. How to live the Dhamma. Like I said, caring of parents, developing a holistic education, sustainable development, and then harmony, peace. Today there is no peace in this world because all the mind is rotten. If you have a rotten mind, how can you have peace? If you have a pure mind, if you have a holistic mind, and our mind we cultivate in the child from the mother's womb, and then after he is born, how we bring up the child. The Buddha has taught Mata Pitu Vandana. They said Pubba Acharya. Your parents are the first teachers. But today parents have no time to spend with the children. So how the children are going to develop? You can't blame the children. They have been neglected. So these are our problems. We have to solve these problems. And I am very happy the Honorable Chief Minister and all the other members of government are looking into these kind of things. So hopefully we will be able to tell the world this is the way to solve the problems. For example, I give you one more example. Drug addict. We say drug is a problem, but drug is not a problem. I and you and I take drugs. When we are sick, we take drugs. But when we abuse, that is the problem. And why do we abuse? Because our mind allows us to abuse. So it is the mind that is the problem, not the drugs. I give you a knife, I give you a gun, you go and shoot somebody. Is the gun the problem? Is the knife the problem? So we have to tell the world, they spend so much of millions and billions of dollars fighting drugs. It's not drugs. It is the mind of the young people we have to prepare so that they won't even try. The Buddha said, you won't even try the drugs. You will then know it is something which is not going to help you, is going to harm you, and you won't touch it. I will never try drugs because I know it's not going to help me, it's going to harm me. So like that, we must develop this mental culture of the people.